Thompson leads out Liverpool, who come to Nottingham today knowing that 7 points from their last 6 games will ensure their 11th championship win. And knowing too that just 1 point here today against Forest would surely be enough. Congratulations from Match of the Day to Ken Dalglish, the Football Writer's Choice as the Footballer of the Year. The European Cup finalists, led out by John McGovern, still haven't given up the championship. But perhaps the most sober thing you can say about Nottingham Forest at this heady time is that just 2 years ago, these supporters and this team were both in the second division. Forest welcomed back from Cologne by what looks like their first full house here at the City Ground since the very first day of the season, back in August, when over 41,000 were here to see Tottenham and the first appearance of the Argentine players. There hasn't been a capacity crowd here since then, but there's very little space on the terraces this afternoon for what Brian Clough has described as the real championship of Europe. And he drops the man who scored the winning goal on Wednesday night. Ian Bowyer is now the substitute, and his place at number 8 is taken by the £1 million player, Trevor Francis. Graham Souness back at number 11 after a calf injury, in place of Sammy Lee, who becomes the substitute. And at number 9, Steve Highway comes in because David Johnson has flu. Trevor Francis will play in the midfield position that Ian Bowyer occupied on Wednesday. And like all the other Forest players, he really is playing for a place in the final of the European Cup in Munich on May the 30th. And the referee is George Courtney from Spennymoor in County Durham, one of our FIFA referees. Liverpool wearing white today, playing from left to right, on the ground where their own European Cup dreams were effectively buried earlier this season, when Forest beat them 2-0, you may recall, in that first leg. Second leg at Anfield was drawn 0-0. That's McDermott to Dalglish. In goes Souness, and away by McGovern. Ray Kennedy. Alan Kennedy. Highway wide. He's beaten Anderson. And pulled it back for Souness. And it's going to come to Dalglish. Well, what a start. Dalglish holds his head because by his standards, he should surely have scored. Forest were cold at the beginning. They were caught cold. Highway came past Anderson and pulled the ball back to Souness. The defender deflected the shot and Dalglish had time and sent the ball right across the goal. McGovern for Forest. Larry Lloyd. Burns. Frank Clark. All of the Forest back four involved there. Only once in 7 attempts since Forest were promoted have Liverpool actually beaten them. That was in a league match at Anfield earlier this season when Liverpool won 2-0. And now the two Kennedys combining again. Kenny Burns happily restored to fitness for Forest. Number 11, Robertson, so important on the left for Forest. Phil Neal's gone tight to him and left Jimmy Case to tuck in behind. There's Case, beaten by Birtles. Neal plows Birtles. Robertson. Goes past Case. That was Francis. But interesting that that Forest move should have stemmed from their left-hand side, which is where they attack so often. And John Robertson in the picture there got away from Jimmy Case, who's been pulled back in to look after him in the middle of the field. and got his cross in. That could be significant, we shall see. Kenny Burns wasn't sure, Highway nearly in. Oh, it's come to Case. McDermott has gone wide, number 10, and stretched Chilton, but didn't beat him. McDermott, who scored twice at Anfield against Forest in that league victory in December. Highway who made the opening. The two fullbacks present quite an interesting contrast, really. Frank Clark is 35. It's a real fairy tale story his, having been given a free transfer by Newcastle before he came here. And on the other side, the emerging young England player, Viv Anderson. Here's Case. Good ball. Highway. In the centre is Dalglish, being joined by McDermott. Case is there as well now. And Burns beats Highway. Robertson. Highway very involved in this opening period. Span off Phil Neal and off Woodcock as well. Here's Souness for Liverpool. Dalglish wants the ball in the centre circle. Highway through the centre and McDermott. Neal coming down the right, supported by number 8 Case. Dalglish makes a run, pursued by McGovern. Poor header out by O'Neill. Souness. Case. Highway's in there. My word, that was a chance. Liverpool have created 3 openings now and haven't taken any of them. It was a good cross by Jimmy Case, and Highway had the header. He had the opportunity, but it was straight at Shilton. So the 3 best openings in the first 25 minutes have fallen to Liverpool, but they've still to score. Forest perhaps still slightly recovering their poise after all the excitement of Wednesday. Here's Alan Kennedy. Oh, look at Ray Kennedy through there, well intercepted by McGovern. Here's O'Neill. Birtles. Burns. Woodcock battled away well for that. He's found Robertson. Francis calling on the far post from Robertson. 6 players forward for Forest. They'll be joined now by Larry Lloyd. Away by Paul Thompson and by McDermott. Then by Neal. Robertson, number 11, to take the throw, has already tried to manoeuvre a position on the right. He switched from one side to the other, and now he's back again, just examining Liverpool at the back, seeing where the openings may lie. McGovern. Clark. Could try a shot here, Clark. In fact, the ball went from Frank Clark all the way across to the far side for a throw-in. Lloyd giving Dalglish no room. Hansen. Liverpool wanting to come right again. They've got Neal out here and Case. This is Neal. And the pass to Case was too far ahead of him by Neal. Dalglish and Larry Lloyd. Not much daylight between the two of them, although Lloyd knows that sometimes Dalglish can turn defenders even in the tightest situation. Often in the tightest, actually. Here's Francis. Oh, he worked that superbly, did Francis. Here's Robertson. Birtles and Woodcock making ground in the centre, and O'Neill. It's a corner off Case. Ray Clements knowing all about Larry Lloyd, his old teammate, who's bound to trouble him occasionally at set pieces. O'Neill. Souness. Alan Kennedy. Highway down the left wing is the target. McGovern. Birtles and Thompson. Souness being challenged again by McGovern. That's a little personal battle in the middle of the field, which will have an influence on the match without a doubt. Here's Highway. After half an hour's play, there's no score. Liverpool undoubtedly have made the better chances. Holding. It was, I think, a bit of each there. The referee waved play on. Robertson. Anderson. O'Neill to his right. That's good play, Anderson. Birtles, Anderson. Robertson! Robertson again! Away by Thompson. Robertson had two goes at it and it didn't go in. And this time it's Liverpool who are slightly fortunate. Viv Anderson with the cross. John Robertson's first header was blocked, and so was the follow-up shot. But full marks to Liverpool's defenders in a way, because with Clements in trouble, they had players back covering the goalkeeper. Shilton has kept 24 clean sheets this season, but the man at the other end is England roommate Ray Clements, has kept 29. There's Anderson. Woodcock just slipping when it mattered then. Woodcock being marked by Phil Thompson in that position. Phil Thompson, the new Liverpool captain. And a very popular choice too, I might say, among players and supporters. And what you have to understand in terms of the Championship is that half-time situation favours Liverpool far more than it favours Forest. Trevor Francis had an industrious first half, but that could be said too of most of the players on the field. Liverpool, with Dalglish having an early chance, made two more openings and failed to take them. Forest had perhaps one, and at half-time, between these two fine sides, there's no score. Forest start the second half, playing now from the left. It's exactly 2 years since they lost a league match at home. It was to Cardiff in April 1977, at a time when their second division promotion hopes appeared to be taking a dive, never mind the European Cup and the First Division Championship. But since they came into the First Division, before today, Forest had played 77 league matches and lost just 5. Birtles in on Clements. And Ray Clements takes a bang in the face. Liverpool, remember, will be very happy to get a point here today. Nottingham Forest have got to win to keep their Championship hopes realistically alive. Forest must score. Liverpool don't have to. Hansen's header. Now Lloyd. Defence is so very tight. At that moment, a missed kick by Burns, almost the first one we've seen. There goes Woodcock. Phil Thompson is the defender. Robertson is on the left as well. There he is. Good position this for Forest. Robertson's cross. O'Neill gets up. So too did Kennedy. In fact, both the Kennedys there were defending successfully. Not a good clearance, though, by Allen. In the end, it's come to McDermott for Liverpool, and on the right wing now we've got Highway, who's switched from the left. Against Clark. Still Highway. Corner. And nothing more. Phil Thompson on the near post. Oh, Robertson's back header. Shilton had to come for it. Souness, McDermott, Jimmy Kay still wide. McDermott again. Anderson's header out. Forest just a little tense there in defence, but here's O'Neill losing out to Highway. But not for long. O'Neill finds Birtles. Woodcock to his left. McGovern, linesman's flagging, I think for offside, but the referee's checking with him. Actually, Graham Souness was involved in a little trip there before the decision. That's why the referee wasn't sure if the linesman was flagging for the foul or the offside, but it is a free kick to Liverpool. Hansen for Liverpool. Now Thompson. We've been playing now for exactly 1 hour, and the score is 0-0. McDermott looks for Dalglish. And Lloyd doing the right thing because Highway was right behind him. Thompson. Kennedy, Ray to Alan Kennedy now. Highway. Souness, still Liverpool have got players available. McDermott, Ray Kennedy. Not on his best foot there, this is Case. It's going to come to Souness, who miskicked it, and now it's on Kennedy's best foot. Which is the left, of course. Liverpool midfield combined well then. McDermott and Souness both involved earlier on, and then the ball played by Souness to Ray Kennedy, who shot under pressure and it went over. And Souness. Oh, it's straight into the path of McDermott by Burns, and he's... McDermott winces in frustration. It was an error by Kenny Burns, who put the ball, almost the first mistake we've seen like that from a defender, in the path of McDermott. He hit it first time, he beat Shilton, which in itself is an achievement, but the crossbar stopped the ball going in, and then it ricocheted over. Kennedy forward well. Still Kennedy. Oh, a little touch from Burns. It's come to McDermott. Oh, it's this time. Would you believe it? The same player. And he's over on the far side trying to make amends. But McDermott is the unluckiest player on the field. Forest on the attack now. Well, that's quite incredible for two reasons, actually. First, because McDermott's hit the woodwork twice, but each time it was Burns that put the ball in his path. Burns tried to get the ball away, it went right across to the right-hand side. McDermott again seized on it, he lashed it, again he beat Shilton, and this time the ball struck the post high up. Match of the day, viewers, getting a chance to see little Sammy Lee, a very successful player in the Central League side for a long time. He's come on to replace Steve Highway. Wherever you look this afternoon, it's been a tight game, but the one player who's looked capable of unhinging somebody at the back has been McDermott, with those long runs and those two fine shots, which met with an unlucky conclusion. Playing up now with Ken Dalglish. On by Francis to Woodcock, and still the incentive is there for Nottingham Forest. Can they lift themselves in the last 10 minutes and score the goal that would keep the championship race alive? Woodcock. O'Neill. Anderson. Forest is so well motivated, you can never write them off. Woodcock. Francis. Dalglish's tackle, and he won it. That's typical Liverpool. Dalglish back in defence, helping out. Burns for Forest. And this time Dalglish snapping at the heels of Anderson, who thought that perhaps he might have let the advantage go there, the referee, but in fact he did pull it back for a free kick to Forest. Lloyd was up there, Robertson with a chance. Turned right in, and Kenny Burns at the far post hooked it back, and Clements still isn't there. Case, he is now, Clements. And a chapter of near things, finishing up with a smile on the face of the goalkeeper. A smile of relief, I would think. It was a real scramble. It's been a good match, a very good match, I think, for the football neutrals, because the two teams have done everything they can to upstage each other, but their styles are so well known to the opposition that most things have been countered, except for the Liverpool chances early on and the two in the second half that hit the woodwork. 90 minutes are up. Free kick to Liverpool. Souness. And it's the Liverpool supporters that greet the result with cheers, because that point should be enough for Liverpool in their championship quest. Indeed, as they go away, Liverpool may now win the championship with a new defensive record, because they've only conceded 15 league goals this season. And as the two goalkeepers, old friends, congratulate each other, Liverpool can afford to let in 8 goals in their last 5 matches and still set a new defensive record for Division 1, as the teams go off, with Liverpool holding Forest to a draw, no score.